Welcome to another live. I am Miss Marie, and this is Giving It To You Straight, live from the East Coast. Good morning. Fear not. Do not fear, for I'm with you. Fear not, for I'm with you. It is January 7th. Happy birthday to all Capricorns that are celebrating today. We have the Lover's card for the students that want to learn. I'm going to start with the awakened soul, awake, alive, and truly blessed and grateful and thankful for another day. Also, the X signs, the awakened soul, your energy. The Lover's card, I wait to the ones that want to learn about the Lover's card to come in. And if you have any questions, come on in. Good morning, good morning, good morning. The principle of gender holds that all things contain two fundamental energies, masculine and feminine, and these energies do not refer exclusively to physical sex, but to complementary qualities presented in all forms of life and all levels of reality, the masculine and feminine. The masculine energy represents your logic, okay, and action, and then the feminine aspect is related to the reception, to your receptive energy and your intuition. All right. And then this principle invites us to seek balance between these two dual nature. Okay. The awakened soul. Let's go ahead, all 12 zodiac signs, to get this started. As you guys understand the energy of the lovers in the whatever book you guys understand it from, whether it's Hinduism, Buddhism, Christian version, our creation here in the world, and what is the human species is known for. Let's go ahead. Aries through Pisces. Hopefully this live goes well. Let's see how it goes. One more. The awakened soul. One more. And thank you. If not, I'm going to do a video in the future, not right now. So, Aries grounding. Hey, Yeet Boink 2. Yeet Boink 2. Hello, hello. Okay, Aries, you got grounding. So, today's telling you not to get carried away or go on an impulse or stress making decisions, okay? Make sure that, you don't get swayed by people's words, opinions, judgments. When you're grounded, when you're in your home frequency, right? Nothing that goes on. How many sides does a circle have? None. That's a stupid question. How many sides? None. Let's go ahead. Persevering for you, Taurus. No insight or in outside. All right. Action for you, Gemini. Shooting the axe of truth. We're talking about the virtuous circle of life when we look at that circle. So there'll be none. Now, if that circle is crossed, then we have a number 8, and it has two sides, or maybe 4. Gift for you, and this is for Cancer. Okay, so there's a little girl here. Could be a daughter. It could be a sister. All right. So it's going to be a sensitive time, having conversations. All right. Just you have a child that's very, giving and loving. So this could be you today sharing special moments with them. Hey, lovely. How you doing? Let's go ahead to cleanse for Leo. Very important that you cleanse your energy if you haven't done it already. I mean, we underwent in Gibeah, so still continue to cleanse. your space, charge your crystals. If you're doing tarot, cleanse your energy. Okay, that's it. Let's go ahead to visions for Leo, Virgo, the crown chakra, from the third eye to your crown. So what does that mean? To be truly awakened. All right, there's visions here of your future. It is in the silence and the connection to the moon's energy, right? Your spiritual antennas. So there will be a revelation here that's gonna happen. See, like when the things happen, things will start unfolding to you. You know, as you close your eyes, right? The truth will be revealed. It's not through the have like connected more to your spiritual eyes. The third eye, the moon's eye, the eye of intuition, to be truly awakened and understanding all the laws of the universe. All right. But it's a strong sacred chakra energy here when you understand the moon's energy and how powerful it is and the influence it has over our life here on earth. Let's go ahead to Scorpio, silence, the keys to freedom. All right, maybe a key. This is a key to a new home here, maybe. All right, don't forget your keys. But in the silences, that's where the answer lies. A lot of times, we need our answers to be clear, but it doesn't happen like that. So when I get the keys, I get like something that once we knew, but it was lost. So when we understand how this will give me like a marriage or a situation where, you know, maybe wanting to be connected to somebody today. Anyway, let's go ahead to gratitude for Scorpio. Boundaries for Sagittarius. Connection to Capricorn, Aquarius, simplicity, and Pisces. And I'll be talking a little bit all of it together. Challenges, Pisces. So you have a big challenge and dream. So what does this mean when I pull this deck out? I mean, so I'm gonna leave it with boundaries because it's one of the most important things. Let's go to boundaries. And so boundaries, a lot of us, we don't set them because we think that we're gonna lose or they're not important. But that could be far from the truth. So let's just talk a little bit about boundaries. I'm going to go down a list of boundaries here. And hopefully that'll help some of you guys. Then we'll get into the Lover's card. For those that want, I'm going to wait a little bit as we talk about boundaries when it comes to emotional boundaries. Let me stretch a little bit. And then we're going to go into boundaries. And then we'll get into the Lover's card. People don't like boundaries. And it's, especially when it comes to our time. What's unfolding in your life that needs to, or what hasn't unfolded yet in your life. A lot of times we think if we set boundaries that we're going to lose out, we're going to have to wait, we want to move so fast. But then a couple of years down the road, we find ourselves, lost in a connection. We lose ourselves. But anyway, so when it comes to time, well, this is giving me more to the heart and availability. I'm available here. Let's say that you got somewhere to go, you get home, you got to unwind, you got kids or whatever case may be. And this came out for Leo. So I'm unavailable after 7 p.m. Don't call me. All right, if it's not important, all you have to do is say, I'm unavailable after 7, or depending on whatever time you choose, maybe after 5 for some people, depending on where, like how you work, what's your schedule like. I can help, but not today. Okay? I need uninterrupted time right now. So, but when it comes to emotional boundaries, when it comes to other people, it's important to have those emotional boundaries because your favorite weather, let me put it, your favorite weather. I could listen to you, okay, but I'm not going to take responsibility for your emotions when it comes to emotional boundaries. I could listen, but I'm not going to take responsibility. All right. I'm choosing not to engage in arguments. I care, but I don't rescue or fix this. It's all about accountability. Your feelings are valid, but your behavior is unacceptable. And I won't rush my decision to meet someone else's urgency. Why it's so important? So then you don't have to get stressed out, overwhelmed, and taking a lot of responsibilities that are not yours. So we're gonna continue with boundaries. When it comes to commitment boundaries, which a lot of us have, we talk about me dating. I date with intention, not confusion. That's it. If we both want different things here, I won't force alignment. I don't stay where I am not sure if I am wanted. I require emotional safety to continue. Emotional availability, right? So I'm only gonna invest where emotions are reciprocated. I don't stay in connections that are only one sided. If you need emotional presence, not just occasional attention. I won't accept mixed signals as a form of connection because that goes into confusion. At work, I'm not comfortable discussing that, whatever that may be. No, that doesn't work for me. I need time before I answer. Please don't speak to me like that. When it comes to relationships, consistency is more important to me. If that's not possible, I will step back. I won't continue any connection without mutual effort. I need honesty even when it's uncomfortable. I don't chase clarity, I require it. I won't overextend to keep someone interested. Last minute plans, they sure don't work for me. Consistency matters more to me than intensity. So we are afraid to set boundaries because we fear of getting left behind. We fear that. If I set these boundaries, you show them. It's all about reciprocity. We always teaching people how we want to be treated, but we fear if we set these boundaries because some people don't really understand or they don't respect your boundaries until it's too late. And so just understanding that your time is sacred. When you tell people that my time is sacred, yeah, your time is sacred. So honor your boundaries. Make sure that you take precaution, that you say what you mean, stick to it, even if it feels uncomfortable at the beginning. All right. If it comes to your work and your professional boundaries, that test isn't part of my role. Okay. If you leave the job and somebody calls you home, I'll respond during business hours. If your boss expects something from you, I need expectations in writing. No, I cannot meet that deadline. Or I could meet it, but not without support. All right. If this continues, I will remove myself. And if the conversation becomes disrespectful, I will end it. Learn how to build your confidence, all right? And don't rush, you know, decisions to meet someone else's urgency. I'm going to go finish with one-liners that you can stick to throughout the day. Okay, I walk away from what dims me. I choose love that chooses me. I don't abandon myself for a connection. Clarity is my minimum. Hot and cold behavior is a no for me. Dishonesty ends access to me. If I feel anxious more than secure, I step away. Love should not feel like proving my worth. I give deeply, but not endlessly. I protect my heart without closing it. Understand that love flows where effort meets effort. I no longer romanticize inconsistency. All right. So, respect and behavior. All right. What happens when somebody raises your voice or disrespects you? Do you end the conversation, or do you just keep adding more fuel to the fire? Who is the match and who is the dynamite? Understanding sometimes you could be the match, and that dynamite, you light it up little by little and it explodes. All right. So understanding that, I expect loyalty and energy, not just words. I don't tolerate emotional manipulation, and a lot of us deal with that. If I'm not treated with care, I'm going to step back, knowing that these boundaries are important. And when it comes to communication, right, I need communication, direct communication, not guessing games. All right. And if something's bothering somebody, right, just be honest with me. What is bothering you? All right. And I think who got silence? Libra got silence. Libra, silence isn't a way to resolve conflict for me. So silence is not the way to resolve conflict. All right. But when we're not emotionally, mentally healthy, things that we say, we got to be careful with that. All right. And I won't chase clarity. I need it offered. So just those quick boundaries, whether it comes to your personal, professional, whether it's your time, your emotions, riding the waves and understanding that we are here to connect, not for perfection, misunderstanding. Hey, Nola. Hey, Nola Pacheco. Pacheco? Or Nolan Checo. Roland. Nolan. I'm sorry. All right. So we only have 5 people here. I want to see at least 10 people come in so we could talk about the Lover's card. How many of you guys that are here understand the Lover's card? Hola, Nolan. How many of you understand the Lover's card? I mean, we understand from creation, right? Or the human species, what it's known for, all right? So how do you understand creation here on Earth? Slightly. Okay, good. So, if we understand because we go into the Christian Bible, that's one of the versions of ancient cultures, how I explain how we got here in the creation, right? We understand it from the book of Genesis. All right. And I'm going to read a little bit of that, and then I'm going to go only because just to get the energy moving. And so then do I have my thing here? And I'm going to read a little bit about Genesis, but then I want to talk about the tree of life of good and evil, of knowledge, and then we're going to talk about however you understand the angel, the Sophia, the Luciferic being, okay, the sun, okay, which is the heart of the solar system, you, and we understand the principle of gender that holds to, right, that contain two energetic, masculine and feminine. Let me see if a couple of more people get here. All right, so I'm going to just read from feminine. I'm going to read a little bit from Genesis. All right, and this is just one explanation of how God created humans in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. Okay, then God blessed them and said, be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and govern it, reign over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, and all the animals scurry along the ground. And God said, look, I have given you every seed-bearing plant throughout the earth, and all the fruit trees for your food. And I have given every green plant its food, and for the wild animals, the birds in the sky, and those small animals that scurry along the ground. Everything that has life, and that is what happened. Then God looked over all he had made, and he saw that it was very good. And the evening passed, and the morning came, marking the sixth day. So the sixth day, and I know that, listen, without going into, we just want to talk about, or I want to explain to you, not talk, I feel like that you guys are here with me, so I'm always going to speak into us. That's just the way I work here. And this is going to, let me see. Okay, so I got like a good hour. But if you guys have a question in between, I will go in. So when we look at the principle of gender that holds these, all things contain two fundamental energies, the masculine and the feminine. This energy, they don't exclusively, I'm sorry, they don't refer to just the physical sex, all right, but to the complementary qualities presented in all forms of life, all right, in all levels of reality, the masculine and feminine energy. So the masculine energy is action and logic, and the feminine related to the reception and intuition. So this principle here, that's one of the last principles when you look at the universal laws. They are 12 laws, and that invite us to seek the balance between these energies in our own daily lives. All right, not to choose, you know, not to choose. So what are we? What are we known for as a human species? Of course, we are known to have huge brains, large, enabling us for more advanced cognitive skills. All right, that enable us to thrive and to adapt in our environment. All right, we develop highly complex tools and complex social structures and civilizations. All right, we are uniquely in many ways. Our brains, our hands, our imagination, our social nature, the size of our brain, the complexity. All right, we are more complex than other mammals because we are mammals. All right, we have the ability to take sensory information and use it to create knowledge. So we have done that. We have our hands. They are opposable to thumbs. We have larger opposable thumbs here, okay, relative to the length of the fingers than other primates. This allows us to grasp and manipulate objects in other shapes. I want to get to the good stuff. I want to get to the positive and the negative. All right, let me see if I could. Because then when we go into this, we go into the law of three. I don't know if I'm gonna leave Mercury out, the sun's energy, because the sun is an interstellar vortex portal taking us into higher dimensions, so we could get our spiritual gifts. All right. But to really create here, when we come to the law of three, how we create. All right. So when you put these two fires together, all right, the left and the right, the feminine and the masculine, all right, from the heart to create something that is art. What you're creating, what you're doing is art, manifestation, right? So from your heart with your own hands, okay, your own action. So in order to manifest, you need three aspects, all right? One negative, which is her, the feminine, and one positive, which is the right, which is your masculine. And the other one is neutral, which is the heart, okay? And that creates a fire. It creates, well, when you go into six, you could use it for yourself and for others to, because we could make life, right? Or we could create magic, or we could create healing to heal others, all right? So who is this Luciferic being? We're going to come back to that, all right? So you need your mind, your heart, and your body here. So, Let me see what else I want to go. That is the cross. That is not the one. All right. Okay. So that. All right. So that is done. I want to talk a little bit about everything, so you go understand how. So do I want to say that, because I know you guys understand this card as the twin flame, and to understand that the twin flame is you, the other one is you. Okay, it's another aspect of you. It's another version of you. Okay, so to understand the twin flame is yourself. It's a relationship that ignites in you in the center of your brain. Okay, and the other one at the root chakra. All right, between the heart and the solar plexus, which that's what that represents here, to create this emblematic, the fire manifestation, or you could talk about the 12 tribe scenario. All right, but this is all about healing other people. So in between other people, 3 people, when you can also multiply it for 6, all right, and then you create the twin flame. Okay, but understand that that's actually you. All right, that's like falling in love with spirit. When you when you say the Holy Spirit, mind, body, and spirit, when you activate the twin flame in yourself, all right, you make this cross, which is when you look at the high priest, that's what she's saying. Okay, when you get the horizontal and vertical, which is the 2 flames that form this, the relationship between you, okay, and anyway in your brain. So when you go to the root chakra, all right, so basically you're activating the whole center, which is your heart, the middle here, because you could get this from here to here, from the root. So it could get a little complicated when you talk about the sacral and the heart and the solar and the root. So it goes up and down. So that's the 12th level activation, when you start to pull your sexual energy, all right, your negative and your positive. The process of Kundalini in the plexus, all right, when you amplify that in 2, you actually get the penetration going. All right, so when you get the sexual power to create, manifest into healing and to help other people. But this is not going to be such a quick, all right, it requires technique. It requires for you to use your left and right hemisphere to either create. Because look, if we really look at us, like we the only, well, not the only trees that could create fruit. So we know those are our ancestors when we look at the trees, right? Whatever it represents. All right, from the root. So the root got to be stable in order for it to heal or to give you a fruit. All right, so like we can create our own food, but we bring life. So with that life, we could also heal. We got the same energy. All right. So when we look at the Kundalini, and you can run frequencies from your 12, because this is a 12th level avatar, all the way down from the right, from the root to the solar, to the brain, to the. All right, let me see who's here. Anybody's all right. I'm gonna stop. Let me see. Anybody's interested? Anybody? Hey, Jermaine. Hey, Jermaine. Your favorite weather. I'm gonna stop a little bit. Maybe I'm going too fast. And this is my first, because there's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Because then we'll go into the core values with integrity, leadership, growth, honesty, accountability, family, fun, stability, loyalty, adventure, being brave. Right. So we are left here to basically, take care of each other. Okay. Creating a world that's more, more healthy. So, in order for you to use your heart to manifest, all right, because this is at the end of the day when we get this energy. I don't even think I'm going to finish this. I don't even think. Let me see who's there. Anybody who's watching? Because I could just do a video. My bill is available. What? Already? My goodness. Who is here? Who's here? I don't know how to. Let me see. I don't think I have. No, I don't have it for this. I know it's early. I know. I know it's early. So anyway, let's go back to you manifesting using the power of your heart. All right. So your heart produces a magnetic field. All right, and it draws energy back to it like love, gratitude, appreciation that expand your magnetic field. Okay, around your heart, it makes it stronger. And if you're in a place of fear, anger, anxiety, frustration, impatience, it shrinks and it weakens it. Okay. So when you visualize desire and you feel gratitude for it before it manifests, you're literally magnetically drawing that desire to you. All right. So understand manifesting using the power of your heart. Hey, hi, dear, hi. I'm good, and you, sweetie. All right. So in order for you to, because if you're using the power of your heart to manifest, which is needed, you got to understand that never speak in the past, all right, or in future. Speak as if it's happening right now, all right. Always in the present, always in the present. Okay, you can be the creation of your own reality by putting intention and what I feel, what I think, all right, and what I do with my hands, I share with others, all right. And so that power of time and cycles, when you're always talking the present, the universe creating in the present, not possibilities in the future, structures in the past. All right. So when you benefit others, right? So because we look at the subconscious, which she's looking at, right? When she's awakened to the truth of her identity, all right, sending you love too. When you think of other things and you want to manifest how it's gonna affect other people, all right, you feel it now. You hear what whatever you're looking to build up upon. All right. So if you say I want to end the present, you affirm. You're reinforcing the fact that you don't have it. That person, the money, car, right? Because I know this is when you get to this, somebody's in a higher position than you, where there are angels, whoever you're connecting to. All right. So you're always looking for answers because this card is a card of sometimes struggles. All right, whether it's in your marriage, in a relationship, or some kind of feeling that you want. But it does represent the heart, okay? This card, more than anything, represents the heart and how relation, because of course, when you get hurt, and you in a relationship, when you get heartbreak, when you lose a job, when you lose a person, it affects the heart greatly. So everything, that we experience here, all our emotions, and we got to be careful. What we feel is a real, like, and what I'm sensing. We got to be careful. The heart is always on the attack, and so we always got to set boundaries that feel normal, not monumental, or wall, you know, like boundaries. Just feel them what makes sensible and normal. All right. So if you want healing for the future, saying that you don't have it right now, so reinforcing that you're sick. All right. Uh, So you understanding that the healing is happening now, it's done now. So this is a real powerful card of manifestation, and when you don't understand it, all right, when you are running this frequencies, right, when you're higher in consciousness, right, when you're higher in thought, when you're higher in education, or whatever the case may be, you can run frequencies from your 12th level avatar all the way down to your natural consecrated state, all right. So when you hit the fourth and fifth dimensions, right? So this will happen later on in time, is what I'm saying. All right. So you start receiving onto your body your divine purpose and a mission, because there's no force in source. All right. For there to be love, there has to be choice, which means that you choose to come to earth in your superconscious mind. All right. So this is a really deep card. And so one soul comes in, it becomes the 12th through electromagnetic vision, okay, on different timelines here. All right, so we get the 12 astrological signs, the 12 apostles, the 12 knights of the round table. All right, you have a soul family here on earth. So once you start activating it gradually, all right, with healing crisis, you start to activate your telepathy. So this card is really, 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 really deep. All right, and so we could go back to scripture, because nobody really like here life on earth, because there was, of course, you guys know that there was life on other planets, like, if you got to be aware of that. So no, life on earth didn't happen. Here on earth, it didn't happen the way, and to understand and to decode the Bible, because they are hidden codes. So basically, the more you suffer, that's going to be the level of your pain is going to determine the level of your success. All right. So then when you get to this, the devil's card, you got to understand this card. This card is real deep. So no, life didn't begin, uh, our human life. Yeah, in other planets, of course, there was intelligent beings. So we are an intelligence body. We're talking to an intelligent cosmos because we have an intelligent body. All right. And so yes, there are other things that are influencing us. All right. But of course, you guys want to know about love. Of course, you want to know about love, and but to really understand the biological location. Okay. So you're gonna have access here to a lot of information beyond space time, and for you can see future potentials there. All right, and understanding the energy, because right now, listen, you don't need a microchip inserted in your brain to evolve, to enhance. All right, your consciousness. Okay, to show here where you shine right now, right now. All right. So your ancestral knowledge is very important. All right, and so remember that destiny is what we're given faith, and destiny is what we do with it. Without the femininity, the masculine will remain asleep because of vanity, selfishness, ego, or arrogance. So you got to understand that. Bless, hi, soul star. All right. So when we have to understand that we could keep the war mentality, but be willing to work the farm, agriculture. Okay. So we have so much technology going on, but we have to remember where we come from, all right? And so have that childlike faith, follow your passions, never stop learning. So we're gonna go. So it's all right. So using your emotional energy, and any entities that hiding behind the timeline here that you might not be aware of. Bless, hi, hi, hi. All right. So when you look back at the emblematic tree here, the flame tree is this is an emblematic representation of the heart and the soulmate with love, respect, courage, our moral values, right? When we draw on this energy here that has distinguished humans since ancient cultures, 12 tribe scenario, our soul's path. So this represents these two trees represents deeply rooted pillars of strength that can survive storms, natural disasters, individuality, and our expression, as well as calmness and interconnectedness. The balance is the key here. Hi, Carolina. Oh, Carolina Rocha, Benjamin, Antonio. All right. So understanding the temptations, the lies, the cunning, the crafty, the curious, the available, the heart, the So we look at this. So if you're readily available for somebody, right? Because listen, one thing about the apple doesn't fall from the tree if it's not ripe, and you're gonna have to go pick. All right. So don't be available. So when you get this energy, it's just the Adam and Eve love, us against the world. All right. You could be a great storyteller. All right. Because this speaks about the greatest love story of all. When the universe, because we don't really understand a lot of the things, right? Because we're stuck between dogma and science. So when the dual separated itself, it created duality, it created two. All right. And then those two, let me see, all that continues past rebirth. Yeah, you could share your opinion. All right. You could share your opinion. You could comment here. All right. And learning a little bit what the tree symbolizes, you can feel a deeper connection, learning about the message behind the tree that can help you determine maybe your personality. Study that if you like. All right. There's life cycle and how it affects you and you as a fellow human being. All right. The importance of growth in nature, right? The qualities not only provided for you with different reasons, but to appreciate the gifts from earth, right? There's a deeper message here that comes directly from Mother Nature. So from finding your inner spirituality to understanding the turmoil, all right? That these patient beings, so you're patient at the same time, right? Uh, they got to go through a larger meaningful benefit you in various ways, all right? So, Wow. So if we speak, let me see. I got so much. I got so much. I got so much. Let me see what else I got here. I got a lot. I got a lot. I think yeah. I'm gonna take a quick break. If you guys got an answer, I mean, an answer question. All right. Um, I didn't. Yeah. Hope you're having a great day today. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. So anyway, so what I want to say, because it a lot of times we don't really understand like how we got in these bodies. So if the gods, and I'm pretty sure you guys heard a lot about the Anunnakis and the Nagas, whatever, however you understand how we got in these bodies through this consciousness, to this field of consciousness. How did the divine intelligence? How did we get into these bodies, basically? All right, so that's the unknown about everything. So when we look at the apples, it's important to humans because they are available to us. They're nutritious fruit. They're packed with fiber, vitamin C, and antioxidants. All right, and how to keep that going? They could contribute to of course, they contribute to our health, our heart. So this is all about the heart, and right, and having a good digestive system, the fire that provides warmth in the cold climates, and allowing humans to inhabit diverse environment and survival habitations, right? Cooking food with fire, it makes it more digestible and nutritious, contributing to better health and brain development. Hi, Davis Carter. All right. So this could get very overwhelming when we be like, the life started here, our human life, what we were created, who were the gods that created us, and love, the fundamental building block of everything, the strongest force there is. and why it's important to cultivate that into our everyday, into flexibility in our character, understanding, to our desires, our values, make sure they line up exactly with our goals, and to that we're not taught, because we're taught not to be gold mine, to expand our consciousness. So this has a lot to do with Sophia, the extraterrestrial Luciferic being. Whether you understand, however you understand this angel, that is something entirely up to you. We are told to think about the problems, how the hurdles are going to be, or with the emotional landscapes here, or right, how hard it's going to be, the language of struggle, and yeah, the language of sheep. I want it, one and one. All right. So, right. So we all have this drama going on in our daily lives, trauma issues following us, creating new networks and new frequency, right? Expand our consciousness. It is time to listen to a new vibration. It's time to find resonance with the energy of those waves and understanding here. Like we're here and we have to either get it right or we'll come back. So it just goes on and on and on. And how important it is, right? And then the serpent, what does she represent? Who was the one that came to give Eve some information? Did Eve committed the first sin? Why was the real reason we made, right? So it goes on and on, like I said. But if you get this card, it signifies a time of making important. It goes. It signifies a time of making important choices, particularly with those of consequences that can relate to partnerships, collaborations, and financial matters. Right. Also suggests to balance different aspects of our financial life, to choose between two appealing options. You probably organizing now and navigating through these landscapes of uncertainty, and protecting your assets or your personal business. Okay. And so, Mr. G, don't practice this magic. Wow. Okay. So maybe you're valuing your money, your time, budgeting, investing, lending, borrowing, public assistance, clearing your debts, consolidating, managing your spending habits, no support. You might have no support from your loved ones, husband and wife, family or friends, or business partner, working in pairs, matchmaker, careers and with partner, sales, publishing, information gathering, stimulating work, communicating between people. So when you get this card, it has so much different layers to it and so many different ways of understanding. It's a broadly category with when you get the lover's card. And so wherever you find yourself in life, marriage, right? Because then we look at marriage and it's 450 years old. The early marriages, they were based on contractual, right, arrangements between families. All right. And so yeah. And so G, you have something to add here. G has something to add because G, you have been indoctrinated. You living in fear. Uh, when we look at idle hands, like if you don't have nothing to do, right? Like G, you don't have nothing to do. Yeah, we G has nothing to do. So G will come on. G, don't practice magic. We are magic. All right. Right now we're still uncovering. There's so a vast consciousness to be discovered when we understand our true the origins of our nature. But when you come in here with this understanding that we're spiritual and we're cosmic in nature, and that you could be spiritual without being religious, okay, or being a member of a hierarchy. Religious beliefs includes programs, rituals, prayers, engagement with religious community. All right, this all represents love and compassion. All right, and a relationship with a superior being. So, understanding our true nature and what is hidden. So when you go beyond dogma, you know, you start looking at unity with the divine, the core belief that all beings are interconnected and a part of a larger unified whole here. All right. So if you are seeking to achieve a direct personal experience with the divine or ultimate reality through practices that involve altered states of consciousness and lead to a deep sense of unity with the universe or a higher power, transcending ordinary human knowledge. All right? Ye. So learn a little something. Uh, you want to play it safe? Great. When you're dogmatized, you're basically living by somebody else's belief system. All right? Instead of really doing the hard work. If it's easy, nobody's going to want to do it. All right? I mean, everybody will be doing it. But because it requires patience, time, understanding, right? When we get culturized, if you're good or bad, like you could come in here and judge and say, well, if you don't agree with me, this is the only way and this is the only thing that happened. That's crazy. All right? Remember that your time is limited, so don't waste it living somebody else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the result of other people's thinking. Okay? Just be mindful of that. And so when you're not connecting to your higher self, all right, and understanding the other realities, everything for you is, oh, you're good or you're evil. I'm both. I'm a Bugatti. All right. I don't choose sides. All right. I know that both of these principles are in me. All right. And understanding like my heritage, a heritage that I share with others, and my 12 tribe, what I come in with, they come in later. It could be very confusing. And so a lot of times we don't go there because it's so hard to understand the human complexities, our human strangeness, the things that are paradoxes. Until they understood, until they compare. That's why Jesus always used a lot of analogies, all right, to help those people understand their true nature, not to be in conformity, okay, because then you start seeing everything as a threat. You start, living more in fear. When you read the Bible, you really don't understand it, right? You take it literally, and you're not ready to uncode. There's Bible scholars and theologians that are still fighting. You get caught up in that trap. All right, so just be mindful, if you're still here, and understanding what magic. Don't even know what magic is. All right, it's light, it's information. We're here to we disconnect from source, and we're here trying to figure it out. All right. Of course, we come back. Remember that you've been married to somebody else, so everything's gonna feel familiar when you meet somebody. They're gonna feel familiar. They're gonna feel like, I think I learned something with this person already. So follow your intuition. Your instincts is different. Your instincts are about your survival. Your intuition, your brain goes into get this pattern recognition from long-term memory. All right, so and that it requires time. So just understand a little bit of the lovers and the heritage you share with other people. It could be very overwhelming if we don't understand God and the sacredness and your sacred geometric patterns or your sacred vibration. God is this sacred, great, and powerful, luminous intelligence, this divine spirit of all. All right? God is whole, constant, incorruptible, everlasting, the supreme absolute reality. Its ideas are imperceptible to the senses and all embracing knowledge. God is too great to be called by name. God is hidden yet obvious everywhere. Its being is known through thought alone. Yet we see you formed before our eyes. You're bodiless yet embodied in everything. There's nothing which you're not. You have no name because all names are yours. Your unity in all things, so we know you by all names and call you God. And so when you understand these things, you don't choose sides. You be open-minded, and not to know that we don't know everything. And so as we learn, we get knowledge, and we remove garbage. That's what we do. Let me get rid of the garbage. Let me not live in fear. Let me understand this Luciferic being, we'll call Enki, the one that came to tell Eve something about, what we're here to be slaves, to bring gold or whatever it was. There's a lot of different stories out there. Whatever you choose to believe, that's what you choose to believe. All right. But when you're ignorant, this is what you do. When you don't have time, you got idle hands, sir, or man, whatever you are. All right. When you have idle hands, you don't use your time productively. You just sit behind your screen and you're comfortable there. Instead of do some homework, go and go deep. This superficial is just it's ignorance. All right, and so yeah. So just go educate yourself a little bit. Before you make judgments. We so quick. We go on impulse. You know, we get stuck on a book. It's just a book. All right? It's just a book. All right? It has a lot of, and then when we look at the extraterrestrials, have we been visited before? Are they still here with us on Earth? You know, why basically everybody wants to know why we're here. What is our purpose? When we're looking for the meaning of life, share your gifts. What makes you special? Help the ones as you're coming up. And yeah, do whatever you can to help others and be kind. If you can't be anything else, just be kind. And if you can't be kind, then be quiet. That's it. If you have something in your trauma that you're dealing with, right, go check yourself before you come in, because I will check you. All right. And so yeah. So, right, follow your heart. Have courage to follow your dreams. All right. And so understanding just what your beliefs are, right? So sun deep meaning in each. Oh, okay. All right. It's good to study to understand, and then the most important, understand that God is in your heart with every breath you take. When we look at the atoms, everything is made out of atoms, and one element turns into the next element. Okay, so we are basically the whole periodic table. Okay, we all the universe experiencing life here, so we could disconnect, right? And they are, of course, there's other intelligent beings. We are dealing with an intelligence universe, all right? And God is in your heart. In the silence of the day, He's within your heart, And so when you connect to your heart, this is where you find God, all right? So God is not only outside of you, He's inside of you. So God dwells with us all. And so living in balance, living rightly with every breath you take, you're harmonizing with the natural order. The I am is the creative plug of cosmic consciousness. So God, of course, is a frequency, and any thoughts of love, gratitude, and thankfulness would uplift us in high vibrations with the universe. So love is the highest frequency you can vibrate in the high state of pure love. There is a gratitude and open happiness and oneness. All right. So the love frequency is sort to resonate at the core of everything we do. So that miracle tone, the 528 hertz. So tune into that. All right. And get out of the ignorance and understanding the universe is mental. There's a lot of different laws. There's so much things here that we need to look at before we just go ahead and get dogmatized, right? And feel like, we can move through the world. We got to be careful, understanding each generation, and to clean our genetic memory is important, because if not, you become a cycle. You become a cycle. You become cyclical. You won't go anywhere. You won't do anything. All right, you get stuck. All right. So when you focus on high frequency actions, and you live and you shift from your lower emotional, like fear, here, anger, right? You start visualizing yourself in high frequencies and higher energy. You use your left brain, okay? And your left brain connects to right your right eye, and then the one vice versa. So connecting it requires a lot. It requires a lot of patience to really understand the lover's card, because there's so many different stories, and the only one that we could really know is in the Bible. And it doesn't give us a lot. That's it. The rest, we got to figure it out. And so there have been so many stories created over our existence, like who put us here and why we were created, for what reason. Okay? To procreate. Like what are we experiencing here? What are we learning? The balance, the heart, the mind. All right? Make sure that they're in agreement. If you have a lot of emotions, know what love is, kindness is respect, to communicate. The concept of union is important. Like, what is it that you really want to do here? Do you want to go back to school? Do you want to get a higher education? All right. So, like I said, it's more to it than what I'm saying. Oh, God. Oh, excuse me. I was a little reluctant to, but I say it's time so I can move forward. And so, yeah, so she asks herself, wow, I didn't know that I'm God. All right. There's a part of me that that God is within me. All right. So understanding that energy is very important. And more important, understanding your 12th tribe. Are you meeting your tribe? Have you run into them? The people that trigger you. What are the Gemini, the twins, right? So it's more complex than you. So it would take me like 10 videos to complete this. Because then we got to go look at the constellation of Gemini. We got to look at the twins. We got to go into, it's a lot. It's a lot, guys. All right. It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So don't rely on superficial information. Always look to the higher source, to the divine source. Ask questions. Things will be revealed to you in time. Things will unfold. It doesn't need this grand spectacle. All right, it's in the calmness of the mind. And then we look at last. We look at Mercury, because I like Mercury for this energy, because of course it is the ruler of Gemini. And when you are connecting to this card, don't be scared of it. You're gonna have the experience, right? At the end of the day, they came to teach you something more important: how strong you really are. All right. Oh, and then we could look at Venus too, because it exalts this energy, and Venus always seeks harmony and balance in relationships. So when something is sold to you, it means that it raises you up in spirit. All right, it fills you with great joy, and it elevates your senses of self by inspiring awe, admiration, or deep appreciation for something. All right, very important to understand Venus exaltation and how it brings the balance. All right, there's something positive here as well. All right. So raising someone raised to a higher rank or position of power, all right, whether it's romanticism or liberating the imagination to exalt the emotions, intuition, spirituality, raised to a high position, right? But, understanding the energy, and then we look at the better half of our human nature with it, which are angels. So the angels that were first here on earth, all right, that made it. I mean, oh my God, this card is so deep that, ooh. All right. So we say, okay, so why God destroyed the earth? This is no, you can ask a question. I have a few minutes. No, I'm not, because I'm explaining a little bit of the lover's card and the connection with the divine. So spiritual practices utilize Mercury's energy to access higher guidance through meditation, praying, channeling, as is seen as a bridge between the consciousness and the subconscious mind. All right. And then if you look at this angel, that could be Raphael too, associated with the planet of the angel of air, the Kabbalistic, right? And the messenger god Mercury, okay, associated with traveling and young people, the book of the Tobit, all right, the lore about Raphael, learning and curiosity. The planet encourages thirst for knowledge, exploration, new ideas, and the ability to adapt to different perspectives. All right, our inner reflection during Mercury's retrograde, when it appears to move backwards, we know that it encourages introspection, reviewing past thoughts and communication patterns to gain deeper understanding. Communication skills here. The energy is about refining how we express ourselves, both verbally and through our writing, promoting clarity and authenticity in communication. Also, spiritual Mercury, it considered the planet associated with the mind. All right, and it signifies the stage of intellectual development, clear expression of thoughts, and the ability to connect with others through thoughtful dialogue. Okay, its focus link on the heart, on the throat as well too. All right, and yeah, and the power of expression and sharing ideas with the world. All right, it goes on, and then we look. Okay, so we say, why God punished the gods that created us? Because first we got the Neanderthals. All right, they went extinct. The Homo sapien and the sapiens, the Homo erectus. However, we understand our distant cousins. All right. So when we said that they made it with the woman and created a whole new race, and then God destroyed that race. So it's deep. This card is not an easy card. We don't want to get stuck on superficial. I'm going to bring that on the next. I'm going to bring back on the next. Then there's so many stories, And when we go and look into the flood, this is just a little bit. It's not an easy card. All right, because we're talking about the sacred chakra and the heart and the solar plexus from the root, the uterus, the baby bag, the sexual power to create, to manifest or to heal. We have that power. A process of kundalini in the plexus, you're amplifying that by 2. You get the actual flames here. When you activate your whole center, which is your heart, in the middle between the heart and the plexus, you get this sexual energy and understanding. You create that tree. All right. So it's more to than what you think it is. All right. So just really, you know, if you're asking yourself, what is my divine purpose? What am I on a mission? All right. What are you choosing here on earth? And right. When I come in, my soul and the other one, it could be very complicated. But don't let that discourage you from seeking knowledge, okay? Understanding. And I'm gonna leave it here with idle hands. A person avoiding the work, idle students, all right? And this all comes with the 6. And as in choosing a partner, we choose partners for the wrong reasons, or because they look good, all right, or because they feel familiar, all right? Wow. We always gonna run across people because we share heritage with them. There's a remembrance, there's a familiarity, all right? So when a person is avoiding to work, all right, without purpose or effect, it's pointless, all right? He did not want to waste time with idle chatter, blah, 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 frivolous, all right? So when we stay in busy, so what they call the devil can't find you idle, it's a sentiment that is popularized, eventually evolving into this common phrase that we use, all right? It's the warning against laziness, not rest, encouraging purposeful, productive engagement of one's time to build good habits and avoid negative influences, avoid temptations with variations like playground or tools here, all right? So when people aren't busy with good and productive tasks, their minds and hands find negative outlets leading to trouble, gossip, and sin. Okay? So that is all I got. Hey, Stella on the web. All right, so it goes on and on and on, like I said. And then we look at the Yahweh, we look at the elements. All right, but I'm gonna leave it one last thing. If you have a question, when you're young, you must be careful not choosing a partner for the wrong reasons. Do not let sentimental influence your decisions, especially those knowing the choice that those like the choices of a spouse, because this is not a marriage card. Marriage was created to keep the family lineage. All right, I don't want kids from other people. No, we're gonna get married. It's more of a contract here, and that begins in it's 4,300 years old, 4,300 years old. All right. When you need to be needed, you must learn to discriminate between those you can help and those that you can make weakened by your care. All right. After all, it's in our nature to be attracted to weaker brothers or sisters. All right. The temptation and the danger for you is to think of yourself as the savior of the world. Okay, carrying the burdens of others on your shoulders. You have enormous talent in business. You are blessed here with a great deal of charm, charisma, which you effectively use to attract the people's support and need. I'm doing good, sweetie. Okay? So I will continue throughout the readings, and for those that are seeking, like my tribe, when I find my tribe, all right? And our creation here. I am a man and I want to watch a video that isn't trying to hook me, with a mom. What? I'm a man and I want to watch. Will I get my advance? Oh, okay. Let's go ahead, Carter. Let's get out this energy. I do got 15 minutes left. And remember that everything that you're running for is in your head. The principle of gender holds that all things contain 2 fundamental energies, the masculine and the feminine. These energies do not refer to exclusively to physical sex, but to complementary qualities presented in all forms of life, in all levels of reality. The masculine energy is associated with action and logic, while the feminine is related to perceptive intuition. The principle invites us to seek balance between these 2 energies in our daily lives. And with that being said, I'm going to close this out. I can't wait in the future. All right? Hopefully I have more. It goes on and on and on. So I go, wait a minute. There's a stop. Oh, there goes my. Go ahead, Stella. So will I get my advance? You up with a man? What he said? I'm a man, and I want to watch a video that is isn't trying to hook me yo with a man. Oh, it's trying to hook you up with a man. You listen. If you know, let me tell you something. If you know how you feel, if you know in your core everything you do that you like the opposite, you don't like the same gender, you feel it, then hey, oh, by all means, this is what you're here for. All right. However you understand your. But when I go and talk about the elements and how much feminine energy a lot of men have, all right, and how to cleanse those elements. All right, this is what I'm here for, to help you clean your elements. That's it. All right. Listen, you got a lot. You got a lot. According to your birth chart, again, you got a lot of feminine energy that's going to draw you more to the masculine side. All right, you're going to choose men. All right. If you feel like you want to go with society, and that's one of the real sensitive topics that I don't touch about. I don't talk about them because people don't understand the masculine and feminine. A lot of men just carry a lot of feminine energy, and because of that, they're attracted more to another man. Okay, that's just that simple. Depending on what's your chart. All right, it's a good thing, yeah. But when we look at these two dual nature, we don't understand that a lot of women, they got a lot of masculine energy, and that leads to dissatisfaction, and we make decisions based on that, and we have sex like we a man. All right, but how to have the balance is very important. All right, because if you feel like you gotta hide who you really are, if you like, why am I attracted to men, and why does this happen at a young age? Anyway, let's go ahead. I'll talk about that once I get more information gathered. All right, I'm gonna give an example about just what's going on. Let's say today, whoever's born on this, because remember we get conjunctions, trines, sextiles, and every second or 2-3 seconds. Like, we gotta be careful. But does it really change this, right? Does it really matter? Is how strong it is. Like if you got a lot of moon, Earth, and then you have Venus. Ooh, ooh. All right, you have 3, 2, 4. So this I know. A lot of people don't know, but I know. Oh, that's why they only if they knew why, and they don't know how to have the balance. So you don't have to live. So you make that. You could make that decision yourself. All right. You either choose to cleanse it, or you go with it. All right. But if you're feeling dissatisfied, like, man, I know I feel very manly sometimes, but it's okay when to enjoy your feminine energy. All right. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Here we go. This is for Carter. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel you on that. All right. Let me go to Carter. Carter, let me hurry up because I have 15 minutes. Man, he came in exactly when I got to go. I'm enjoying the lesson. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, Carter, let's go ahead to your question. And that was just a quick explanation. You think I'll take like 3 hours? All right. This is me breaking it in. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for the love. This is just quick. That was just the beginning. that was a little bit. Carter, you still here? Oh, you get your advance. Let's find out here. You didn't get your advance yet? All right, let me get the awakened soul. And then I'm gonna go with a yes or no. Are you here? Carter's here? Or no, he left. I think Carter left. Carter, if you don't come in, I'm take somebody else, and I gotta go. Oh, okay. All right, but no, let me go. I'm in this energy. I'm in the awakened soul. Let me see the awakened soul. All right. One more. Wait a minute. Come on. You got 3 Earth and 4. How much? How much you will ask? Cause you got 3, 4. You got a 3 and a 4. Mother Earth. Let me see what I'm gonna get out of here. Okay, because we can understand that. Because you look, if we look at our right, our orbiting, right, the Earth, right, because we in constant motion. We orbiting the sun. Oh, 8,000. All right, because we got 3, 4 here. All right. So man, I want to explain to you with the Earth's energy. So the Earth, every planet, right, has a different. It brings us a different energy. Within our solar system, of course. So where does the Earth basically all its energy? Because it's more connected to the moon. All right. So the we orbit the sun, and so these two are always together. The moon, and the moon orbits the Earth, but it's more connected to the 4th house. All right. So 4. You understand? Yes or no? 4, 4, 3. We're talking about Mother Gaia, solar storm. Here we go. Everybody got their own way of doing things. Like, I'm just seeing what I'm seeing here. So we got Gaia we got the moon and the fourth when it goes in the 4th house. LOL to me. LOL to me. One more. One more. Thank you. Thank you. No, we don't follow the sun. The sun is the sun is taking us. Remember, the sun is the boss. We have no control. Where are we going, sir? Where are we going? All right. So the 4th. So we got a yes or a no. Eventually, with the 3 of Wands. All right, the 3 of Wands is eventually. To me, like I said, the 4th on. No, maybe in the 4th. There's a 3 and a 4 here. 3. The 3rd for me represents Gemini's house. The 3rd, we are heliocentric, not lunar centric. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking. See, you come with something else. All right. I'm talking about the heart of the solar system. As we are how far are we orbiting through time and space? All right. I get what he's saying. Oh, okay. All right, let me get out of here. I gotta go. Okay. Please, next time come back. Come back because I can pull my energy when it comes to us orbiting and where are we going? Okay, as we are traveling at 5.18 millimiles a second through, right? So when we understand that, the heart of the solar system, okay? So when we understand a little bit of where's the sun taking us? Is it an interstellar vortex portal taking us to a higher dimension so we can receive all our spiritual gifts? Like where we're not sitting, me to discern the truth. It's not about you discerning the truth. You have your opinion. There's nothing. All right, I have to go. That's it. Come back when you see it. Turn your notification, and we could talk about it. All right. Because this is you giving me something that I love. I like to know more stuff. All right. I'm not saying about you to being discerning. Okay. It's not about who's right, who's wrong. See, you coming in, who's right. I don't do that. Who's right, who's wrong. You have your opinion, but I have to go. That's it. That's all it is. It's not about you talking to me about heliocentric and lunar centric. We are halos. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. All right. Your truth is your truth. My truth is my truth. Your understanding is understanding. It doesn't have nothing to do with anything else. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm done with you, Carter. All right. We got to understand that when we're here, all right, Carter, come back tomorrow, Saturday. Then we'll see what energy you pull in. All right. It's not about you or your truth. Your truth is your truth. This is what's going on in religion. Everybody, I know somebody that has a person studying. No, this is, you got to study, but we all got our creativity, our imagination. We use it. We understand things different. This is what makes us unique. It's not about who's right or who's wrong, your opinion. All right? You let me know what channel you're on and I'll go join you. That's it. You know more than me in a certain thing. That's okay. I don't shy away from a challenge. I love them. I embrace them. Okay? I'm not closed-minded. I'm not like, oh, I'm the only one. I know a little bit. I know about this much, sir. All right? I know about this much. You're not ruining anything because I'm about to go. It's not about you saying, oh, I should. What truth? It's your opinion. All right? That's no truth in what? I love it. I love a challenge. Tell me something that I don't know. Tell me something that I forgot and bring it to my memory. All right? If you got something to say, go put a channel. Let me go watch you. All right? You have a vision. Get the courage to do it. That's all you're going to do is other people's challenge and believe. This is what's going on with the Bible. We got Bible scholars, theologians. Everybody got a way to know things. This is what makes us unique. We experience life different. It's going to be the same thing. We're talking about the same thing. All right? It's just like politics. All right? You got Democrats, right? And whatever the other one is. Republican, doing the same thing. We're here to have a difference of opinions. And it's okay. All right? Because at the end of the day, nobody truly know what we're here, how we get here. So when you could go into the antimatter, then we could, wow. Then I want you to blow my mind. But don't come in with heliocentric. I don't care about none of that. All right? I want to know how the hell we got here. God bless you guys. I love you guys. All right? All about energy and respect. Yeah, we respect. You know, we already in the sun. That is not my opinion. Oh, my God. All right? No problem. Listen, go put a channel and let me come visit you. God bless you guys. I love you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much, Kai. All right? Okay. Cares about heliocentric.